Hello, all my little gemstones, and welcome to Briar Rose Cottage. I am Lady Rosemary, the Moonstone Crone, and let's have a witchy moment. Things have come up for me that have been eye-opening about what's been going on with me for the last month. And, well, the, it's actually, it's only been about 3 weeks. But yes, for this last July. And freaking mosquitoes. I'm upstairs because other than the swarm that followed me up here, there are like no mosquitoes up here. So they're slowly dying. But at what point, when you know in your heart of hearts and your instincts are telling you this is true, and you've talked to your other magical friends, etc., and you're just honed in and know that you are not making it all up, your instincts are right, because this all started getting bad. Okay, Canada Day, I was absolutely all wound up and ready, fired up to go and fight the man, take down the utter crap party and the evil bitch, and play my part in that and support and do that. And I was all fired up and ready to go and tear out my yard and the whole 9 yards and get her done, despite what I was being told that it being the way I wanted to do it was wrong. Got waylaid by some allergies and stuff. But prior to this, prior to coming into July, I had an opportunity to get a twin-size captain's bed for free. Completely used mattress. But I needed something that was in decent condition for my brother to sleep on when he comes to visit in August. Now, the name I have on Facebook is not fully my real name. I changed it. I tried to change it to Lady Rosemary, but Facebook wants real names, So I went with the one that I am being right now. And when I mentioned to the woman that who I actually was, I got a message, like they were taking the bed apart in prep for me to come pick this bed up on that Saturday. And in telling her who I was, I got a message shortly thereafter back stating that her husband had changed his mind about the whole bit, and I couldn't have the bet. The backstory for that is he supports a person that is one of the vilest persons I've ever met, who runs around acting like she's innocent and, me. She's a complete princess, with no regards for anyone. And she has hated me since I got involved in a certain person's life. And things that should have died 6 years ago when he died apparently are still alive and well. Last night, me and my friend who was also very powerful herself, got together. We were talking, and things were just, I was starting to put clues together. You know, and I went, shit. 6 years later, and it's still all here. I had blocked out the whole bit of the pettiness of this woman's husband, and oh my god, dude, you are not all that in a bag of potato chips and such a stud. You're actually quite ugly. So yeah, okay. I gotta be careful because otherwise they silence my videos. So anyways, everything has gone south. I went from being this strong and fired up, passionate person, I was going to do this and I was going to do that, to having, even when I've got the house mostly closed up, swarms of mosquitoes in my house, lack of motivation to get things done, and yet it's less than a month. My brother's going to be here. I have that cleanup order for the yard is looming over me and I can't focus. I'm wallowing in my sadness. Every time I think about my husband, I want to cry and ball up and just not live. Now, there are surface reasons that make this all look like what I'm talking about is just absolute insane craziness. But those of you who practice know that that's sometimes a cover for something deeper going on. And it ain't all psychology either. And the fact that my friend was picking up stuff, and I showed her the picture of the woman and this other guy. And she was like, wow. And she didn't have nice things to say about either one of them. So last night, I made a post with some music on Facebook saying, because I do that, I have been known to use Facebook to cast spells. I said, I saw you. And then went ... run. I prefaced it with weird moment. And I said, I saw you, I see you, ... and run. And I could feel this negative energy just move away from me in a way that was like retreating. Well, today I'm zoning out, not getting things done. And last night it occurred to me, you hurt me, you hurt my kids. Those fur babies are the most important thing. And this is how much of a twat that woman was. One of those fur babies was his. That was one that we acquired when we were first being together to help clean up in the house because there was a mouse problem. And vermin likes to live where there's an abundance of negativities. So her negativity directly affects Simon and Cleo, Morgana, Bastion, Punzel, and Ollie, all of whom are innocents. They help support me. But when I am living in my little place of I can't function because I've got fog and all my head is so clear now because I've got brain fog and everything and I'm sad and all that, that affects them. It makes it hard to make sure they get fed. It makes it hard to clean their potty. I have done that, and I will get off my ass and go clean their potty. But good frickin' Lord, 6 years. Let it go. I see you. Run. Peace, love, and happiness, everybody. And remember, be kind, especially to yourself. And in Taoism, it is quite all right to defend oneself and your loved ones, but you just don't revel in it if you win the victory, which I plan to.